Hi everyone. I'm gonna wait for a few people to arrive. I hope you can see me. If you can see me, if you join this live chat, this live Facebook event, please mention something in the comments so I know that you can see this. I think I see, is that Iqaluit? I think Iqaluit has arrived. Yay! I see my mom. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to arrive. I'll show you where I am. This is so fun. It is raining right now, a little tiny bit. If it starts like really pouring, I'm gonna stop because it's my phone, right? So, hey mom. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the flowers that are here in the Arctic. This is where I am. Like I'm way out on the tundra, woohoo! But actually, I'm not far from my house. And the reason why is because I don't want to lose the internet. So I'm going to flip this camera around. So I am close to home. I actually do live in this apartment building right here. And this road along here is called the Road to Nowhere. I live on the Road to Nowhere. This is where I am. So this is just on the outskirts of Iqaluit. So I'm already in the tundra, just a few steps away from home. Guys, so let's hope it's just a drizzle. I'm going to keep going and hope that, it doesn't start pouring. The sturdy plant, this one's about to bud. It can be identified by the hairs. Let's see if I can get this to focus. See how good my camera is or how it isn't. There it is. It's identified by those black hairs on the bulb. And we've had rain for the last couple of days, so this flower looks a little beat up right now. It's still pretty. Connecting. Oh, I think you're back. I hope you didn't lose me for very long. Because the season here is so short, it's amazing that some flowers have already gone to bud. I mean to seed. They've already gone to seed. So this is another Arctic poppy here. And you can see it's already going to seed. So it's a short season here. Because we have 24-hour sunlight. Sorry, no. We have 24-hour daylight. The sun actually does go down here, but not for very long. We are starting to see a little bit of darkness. This is one of the most popular flowers here. It's called the dwarf fireweed. I brought this pen with me so you could see kind of how small or large things are. So it's really pretty. This is really popular. I was told a long time ago that they're called fireweed because they're the first flower that will come up if there's a fire, if there's a forest fire, or there's no forest here, but if there was a fire, this would be the first flower that comes up. The dwarf fireweed. You can actually eat the leaves of this plant too. You can eat them raw or you can eat them boiled. And yeah, you can eat the flowers too, and the leaves and shoots. I'm going to show you how popular they are, even though this is the only one I could find in this little area. If you see in front of my apartment, can you see the green pink kind of field over there? I'll point to it with this pen. Over here, all this area, that's fireweed. There just wasn't very much here in this area. So we're going to walk down here. This is what the tundra looks like. The terrain is really rocky. But you can see there's lots of grass and foliage, right? Even though it looks barren, when you look at a photo like this, it looks barren until you get close. This is really popular flower everywhere. What's it called? I can't remember. I wrote it down. So you can see these everywhere, right? Oxytropis, everywhere in Canada. You might even recognize the leaves. It's like this big. Now, in the south, when I've seen them, they're very tall, but you can see that in the Arctic, things are quite short and small, so it's almost like all the plants are kind of dwarf. Oxytropis. When I was looking this up on Wikipedia, it said that that they can be toxic to livestock. And I was like, well, no problem around here. There won't be any livestock here. Yeah, I've left myself some tags and some notes. Who wants to guess what this one is? Let me get a good photo. Doesn't this look like the large ones in the south? I'm gonna get rid of this. It's a rhododendron. It's called bog Labrador tea. Labrador is quite north, just like Nunavut. So you can use this to make tea. And it has an evergreen. Now see, there's a lot of things mixed in here, but it has an evergreen leaves, petals. But you know, doesn't it look like a rhododendron if you know your plants? Isn't that cool? Oh, Mika is saying that the roots are tasty too. Oh yeah, Mika's on here. You should add some stuff. She's Inuit from Pond, right? I think she's from Pond, isn't it? These are, I love these. They're just, I don't know, they're plain, but I love them. Better photo. Now these look like they've been worn a little bit by the rain too. So it's the Arctic Avens. I'm not sure if you say Avens. And you can identify them by 8 petals, apparently. Some Avens have 5, but this one has 8. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. I'm holding my camera with my phone. I should try to rest it somewhere. They're so pretty. Let's see, what did I write down? I only wrote down a few little facts about each plant. Oh, it's the national flower of Iceland. There you go. Another northern place. See, look, I have tags. See those tags? Let's go find them. Let's go for a walk. My little pink flags. It stopped raining. Yay! It was sunny earlier. I was really hopeful, but it got cloudy again. This one, I actually can't remember the name. And I don't know why. I couldn't find it today, but I had found it yesterday. So I'll add in the comments what this one is later. I'm just going to flip it up. So it's really tiny. There's the pen. But it's just adorable. And these are everywhere. Let me see. I'm actually going to pick one. It's taken so long to grow. I'm going to pick it. There it is. There it is. Look, there's little water droplets on it. What a great photo. Mosquitoes. I have lots of bug spray on because there's mosquitoes everywhere. I'm okay so far, so. Let's see, where else? Oh, they're over there. Oh, more rhododendron. So, like, you know, there's flowers everywhere. They're just the same flowers we've just talked about. So, and lots of lichen. This is, oh, I just spotted these today. I didn't know what these were. Can you see these? Well, I'll show you a close up. And then you can see there's several of them here. I was like, what? What are these? They're really pretty. Look at that. I'll shake off some water. Let's see. This one's called a round-leaved wintergreen, or an Arctic pyrrole. And I found the Inuktitut name for this one. Let's see if Mika's still on here. It's Iqaluit Nunavut. Iqaluit Nunavut. I'm going to show the spelling. Oh, Iqaluit Nunavut. Uva Inuktitut. Oh, and there's a little appearance of a mosquito. So I just love this one. I just think they're just, I'm like, oh, there's just, I don't know. So round-leaved wintergreen because they have rounded petals, actually. Well, you know what? They also have rounded leaves. At the bottom you can see the leaves here. I think that's their leaves. It's hard to tell. Oh, I'm pointing at the wrong one. Am I? Oh, yeah, I am. These leaves, I think. So isn't it cool? There's, like, you know, there's an old one next to it from last year. Just gonna deadhead that flower. There we go. Don't worry, I'll pick up my flags and my notes after this. These are alpine chickweed, and we're looking at these little tiny, little white, like it's a daisy. Let's see. Yeah. Aren't they the prettiest, like, tiny little flowers? Does that one have a bubble of water on it? I think. Yeah, it did. Shake them off from the rain today. There we go. So cute, right? They're called alpine chickweed, very much like a little daisy if you ask me. They're related to the snow and summer plants that people plant around their gardens or their edging. So they're related, they're in the same family. You can just see them spotted around here. Like there's one, there's one, there's one. Right? Here we go. Does anyone use those? I know they're so dainty because I forgot to show you the scale. It's this big. Is this so fun, you guys? I'm so glad you're hanging out with me. Look, there's somebody's tent over there. See the green? Like, see somebody's tent. Even though it's close to town, there's somebody else's tent. Bam. I think they're teenagers, but you know, they seem to be behaving themselves and having lots of fun, so. Lots of big rocks in the Arctic. You would call that an erratic. Okay, this one, I just found this one too. Well, I've seen it lots, but I just identified it for the first time. It's called moss campion. So I definitely was like, yeah, this is the one, because it's like moss, right? It's all cushy. It says it's a small dwelling wildflower that is common all over the high Arctic and the tundra. Well, that makes sense. It's an evergreen perennial flowering plant in the carnation family, which I thought was kind of neat. Let me show you how tiny they are. This plant's gonna look ginormous. Whoops. So they're tiny, but they're so cute. So the whole time we're four-wheeling, you know, we're seeing all these plants and we stop and take pictures. You can't not stop. Oh, there's a can. I should pick that up. Oh, I just found these today too. I was like, at first I was thinking, I don't think that's a flower. I think it's just a grass. But then I realized, no. It is a flower indeed. What a strange looking thing. It kind of reminded me of, an orchid. You know? Let's see. Let's see if I can, whoops, get a better view here. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty small. It's yellow. I don't know if you can see yellow. And it's called a Lapland lousewort. Lapland lousewort. Some things that I find, like when I was doing the Wikipedia, it says, it'll mention that it lives everywhere, but it doesn't mention Nunavut, which kind of makes me angry. It'll say like that it's in Iceland and Alaska. I think this is one of those where it didn't mention Nunavut. It's a wild berry. Oh yeah, and it actually hosts on another plant, is what it said. It's pretty hard to tell. Interesting. Interesting, but it's so cool. Okay, I have, I think, 3 more to show you. We're gonna walk, walk, walk. I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much. And so, see all this rocky stuff? I knew. I was like, you know, if I go down there, there's going to be different flowers down there, and there are. And also, hey, there's more of the door fireweed. They're all that purple. I knew if I went down there, because it's swampy, that I would find other flowers too. But I didn't feel like walking over this for this call, so that might be another time. But I did find a couple of other flowers down here, closer to these big rocks. Look at those. I was like, what? So this is really close to the big rocks. And there's a different kind of lichen down here too. The one up closer was more of a white. This is a more of a gray lichen. This is what caribou survive on, by the way. Caribou eat lichen. How does a large animal like that only survive on such small plants? Oh, look, lots of lichen here. And then there's these, which I thought were amazing. And I've never seen this before. Well, I just haven't looked. Oh, it's a saxifrage, which we all know up in the north because there's purple saxifrage. And I think, is anybody else here on here who's from Nunavut? I'm pretty sure that's the Nunavut flower. And this one is a white saxifrage, which I didn't know existed. So it's really cool. It grows in the Alps and other European mountain ranges and high altitudes. Mossy saxifrage is another name. Are they full of holes? Oh no, those are little dots. I'll bring one closer. They're like little, I'm gonna pick one. Poor thing. See? It's orange dots on it. Right now, I'll try to hold it steady and focus. Aren't they the coolest thing? They're so cute. Oh, and they're tiny. But it's a nice big bunch of them just sitting here amongst all this rock, right? It's kind of like, oh, nobody can see you down here. Next to them I found this other flower, which I think is another version of the little daisy. I'm not sure. I couldn't find this one. And there's more of the moss flower. So they're just sitting here on this clump. I'm going to take this flag with me. And my papers. I think that's kind of it. But I just wanted you to see that there's lots more to the Arctic than just, you know, when you see photos of the Arctic, you see this. But when you come close to the land, look how green it is, right? And you know what's going to happen in the fall? All of this green is going to turn red. So that's the photos you'll see us all posting about. We're like, oh, the tundra's, it's like fall on the tundra, because all of this green is going to turn red. And it's beautiful. There's also lots of blueberries here. I don't see any in this area. But when we're out four-wheeling, actually there's tons of blueberries everywhere. The difference is they're really low lying, the plant is really short, and the berries are really small. But there's still lots and lots. So it's easy to berry pick. This is, I didn't show you this. There's some vetch. Well, that's what we call it. Graham and I call it that. I don't know if that's what it's called. Got my flags. Anyway, I see that some people are waving. Anyway, I think that's it. If anybody, I'll try to answer it. Otherwise, I'm going to put all the photos of these in the comments, because I took beautiful photos of them earlier when I was trying to identify. I gotta pick up my flags. And one last thing, if you don't know how to identify a flower, it's super easy. I'm going to do this too. If you have Google Photos on your phone, there's an option called Google Lens. And if you take a photo of a flower and then just hit the Google Lens, it'll find the flower for you. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Anyway, I'm going to go. Hope you guys all enjoyed this. This is my first, maybe my last, I don't know, my first Facebook Live. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. I'm going to go pick up the rest of my flags. Bye.